This is Lisa Bates Brooks. This is Kurt Clark. Where I am now, better than before, through those open doors. Where I am now, where I am now, I'm in a special place, a tender place. Where I am now. It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, where I am now. Where I am now. And if you like to see us live in WGPL 1350 Studio and 88.9 WMVA Studio, all you have to do is go to Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton Facebook page, and guess what? You can see us live right here in WGPL 1350 Studio. And if you want to hear us all over the world, all you have to do is go www.christianbroadcastingcompany.com or 1350 AM or 1400 AM. And guess what? You can hear us all over the world. And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning. Mr. E, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Would you, could you, will you be my neighbor?
Let's welcome our neighbors, our WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
Peace 95.3 FM, WPCE 1400 AM, and WMVA 88.9 FM.
Wow, Facebook Live is on and popping. Good morning, Mr. Ronnie Joyner. How are you?
That's right.
We also want to welcome Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. We'll shout you out later on in the show.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Like, share, comment, subscribe. We promise we'll shout you out later on in the show.
Thank you so much for
Mr.
shouting out.
E, how was your weekend?
Miss Hinton had a great weekend. I got a great weekend. It was Pentecostal Sunday, and what a great weekend it was.
Oh, it was a wonderful weekend. A lot going on. You know, the youth conference at Galilee with Ground Zero was wonderful. Great talent shows, great subject matter. Parents had a chance to learn a whole lot about the youth and what's going on in these streets and in school and all over. The kids got a chance to express themselves and rap and talk about, you know, what's going on in their world and how they see things. And it is definitely a wonderful weekend. I got a chance to just enjoy MC the program and just had a wonderful, wonderful time. It was absolutely great.
So did who won? Did your girls was there, right?
I did. Now, of course, during the talent show, there were 3 winners, and we had 3 judges, and also, yeah, it's just a lot going on. We that went and everything. But other than that, it was so good. Sheila Robbins, she's on. James Overton is on this morning. You all that are looking, make sure you put your little chat down and We'll shout you out. We promise.
We promise. Yeah.
So, Mr. E, it's Memorial Day, and
That's
happy
right.
Memorial Day to everyone out there.
That's right. Happy Memorial Day to you, and you. And we want to say thank you for all your service. Thank you for your great servitude, and the things that you have done.
Well, we
for
want
our
to thank
country.
those that we're mourning, Memorial Day, this falling, those that have, fought for their country and, they are in a better place. And we want to say that they served well, they're giving tribute, they have parades, they have so many things happening just to celebrate those that have served and died in the military.
That's right. And again, congratulations to you all.
Okay, so anyway, Mr. E, today is Monday.
That's right. It's Monday and it's
Sports Talk.
Sports Talk.
Sports Talk on Monday. Look, Ronnie Joyner is up here. I know he is ready to talk and everything, but we do have a guest we're going to introduce in a second. But yeah, Mr. E, we got a lot to talk about.
That's
so
right.
much fun going on. And first, we want to welcome our guest.
I
Mr.
can't
E.
wait. I can't wait.
Introduce our guest for us.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to you the Miami Heat favorite. I mean, the Miami Heat favorite. I want to present to others and introduce to some Mr. James Athletic Lucas, James Luther Everett. I want to say good morning to you, sir.
How you doing, Jay? Look, he know your name. He trying to be funny.
I want him to keep that same energy.
Uh-oh.
And you know how he gets.
Tell it. Oh, man. James, thank you for being on. I can't wait to talk to you about the Miami Heat. But tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, James Everett, I work hard, take care of the family. Like my uncle, learned a lot from him. Run hotels through all the audiovisual and engineering for all the properties. Miami and Green Bay Packers.
Oh.
I talk a lot of smack to him all the time.
Yes.
I'm always speaking him.
I just want you to keep your voice up.
Absolutely. But James, oh my goodness, I don't even know where to start. Let's talk about the season, first of all, so far. Have you enjoyed the season? Have you been following not just the Miami Heat, but other ball teams?
Yeah, the NBA would be great this year.
Yes.
There could have been a lot of surprises. The Lakers, they turned their season around mid-season through the draft, through trades and stuff like that, and it became relevant again. It was showtime again. It was really good there. And not as bad as nobody think Denver was going to come. I think Denver Nuggets going to be good this year.
Yes.
State, Clippers,
Mr. E put his hand up. He said he did.
I know he did. That's my uncle. He always jumped on the team that could win. But unfortunately, in football, it don't happen that way. Unfortunately, it happens.
Well, James, tell us the Lakers that you think that they would go home this. They did good, but what did you think about them this season?
Yeah, they reached their peak because I think it was a lot of minutes on LeBron and Anthony Davis. He's so up and down, but it was a lot of minutes on LeBron. He's 20 years plus. He cannot keep playing 40 minutes a game going against a complete team like Denver. Denver's a whole complete team.
Yes.
Like an outside shooting, inside shooting. So it was too much on them.
What about Golden State? Oh my goodness, please talk about them.
But the day season was over at the beginning. You saw when they fight and punch each other in the face.
Oh, stop!
But the day season ain't even started. It was over at the beginning.
James Luther, tell our listeners how you got to be where you are now in this NBA playoff. You started off with Cleveland and go all the way from Cleveland to New York and from New York to Boston. Now,
hold on, wait a minute. Don't shortchange my wins. It won't no Cleveland. I knocked off Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah, you knocked off Milwaukee Bucks.
Wow.
I just try to get. I'll give it to you. So you knocked off Milwaukee, and you made a 4-1 in Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had a 4-2 against the New York Knicks.
Right.
Now you had a 3-1 against the Boston Celtics.
3-0. And it's 3-3, ain't it?
Now
3
it's
and 3.
3-3. Miss Hinton, you saw the game the other night. Let's talk
I'm
about
too
the other
scared to
night.
talk about it right now. It's just amazing.
I can't
But
wait.
James, I want to know: are you surprised that your team is right here at the door? What do you think?
I'm very surprised. I mean, we had an up and down season this year. With Jimmy Butler and Bam and stuff like that. They've been up and down. You know, and then coming into the playoff, when we started the playoffs, Tyler Hero got hurt, Oladipo, he got injured also. So it's been up and down. It's been great coaching by Eric Spoelsman and Pat Riley leadership. You know, that's what we is. We do it the Miami way, the good way, the hard way.
Yes.
We don't want it easy.
Miami way, the good way,
What's
the hard
way.
Yes. Tell us what makes Miami Heat a good team.
The weather.
All right now. Oh my goodness. But look, we got to talk about the game.
Yeah, we got to go to the game.
That game was amazing and surprising.
That's right. Take us into the game, James. Will you please set it up and take us from the first quarter all the way? Because I know you was in your man cave. I know you was in your garage just hollering and screaming and screaming and hollering. I know it because
I was putting the doors to all your phone calls.
Oh my goodness. I can imagine.
I was scared, and I'm still scared now going into tonight's game.
Yes.
But at the beginning of the game, it was so up and down with my team. I was like, okay, are we going to come out and start playing basketball?
Yes.
We waited till almost, last 3 minutes of the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Almost the whole game. And then they want to start playing. But when Jimmy Butler ate them three
yes, absolutely.
it was over.
Absolutely.
Now, how about your defense? How was y'all playing defense? What kind of defensive strategy did y'all have?
We had, my main thing, we wanted to make sure Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown didn't get that shot off. So they gave it Marcus Smart, but we had a breaking point. You know, somebody forgot to guard the person that threw the ball in, threw the inbound pass, and he had a free roll to lane.
That's right. That is right.
Wide open, free roll.
But
2 seconds. I can't believe you threw it 2 seconds.
But Smart was hidden. You got to give it to Smart. Smart was very smart. He was hot as firecrackers. And then Tatum was coming through the bucket like never before. And then, you know, they just was on. They was on. Because when I looked at it, Miss Hinton, and the first and second, third quarter, I said, it's all over. Boston gonna take this.
You thought Boston was going to take it.
That's right. I knew for
in
a
the
fact.
Fourth quarter or the third?
Then in the third quarter, I knew that Boston had it because Boston outplayed Miami. I said, man, James Luther.
But you're right. But like James said, the fourth quarter, they started to, get a little bit more energy.
That's right. They came from they had 20 points behind us, 15 points. They was behind.
13, it was 15.
Yes.
And then they was fouling. They were doing all that fouling. Then all of a sudden, it got down to the wire. James, take us to the wire. Take us there.
Oh. Over when Jimmy Bucket came over there and hit them 3 free throws. I said, the game over. Right now, my mouth is still wide open looking at the TV station. When he got that shot off in 2 seconds.
Oh, my God.
I said, please show the replay.
I know, me too. I said it too.
It was over.
Take us back before that. The key hits that would have won the game for you. You had the Caucasian brother that was shooting that ball like crazy. And then you had Jimmy Bucket that was shooting the bucket and missed three pointers that would land at you all the game.
Yeah.
Take us there. Take us there.
Matt Strus was hitting threes. They made him and Duncan Robinson. They were hitting their threes. They finally started getting some. Once they started the basketball going in the goal one or two times, then they got on the rhythm. So that was letting them come back. But when they fouled Jimmy, we had them 3. That was big time.
Yes.
Them 3 shots was big time.
That's right.
When hit them 3 shots, I'm like, oh, the game over.
That's right. But when you hit those 3 shots, and then you had a key player that was popping, that came, y'all great white hope that came there and was shooting like crazy. Y'all had the great white hope there, and he was knocking everything down. Then all of a
Yes,
sudden,
he was.
he got cold.
Yeah.
Couldn't hit the back of a barn.
That's one of the things that my team, we really don't have. We don't have a point guard like a Chris Paul that can
Wow.
say, okay, you don't miss 2 shots, let me put the ball somewhere else.
Well,
Okay.
you got somebody that's available for Miami. Kyrie is available. Then you got Kyrie.
Kyrie is the all-time great.
Yeah,
But
he's
he's the
available.
all-time great if I don't think he's gonna show up for work.
Oh.
If that ain't shade, if that ain't shade.
Take the pen over.
That is amazing.
Well, you got Kevin Durant,
I don't need all of them.
and then you got Jay.
The culture. We got a coach down in South Beach.
Then you got Jay Morant. You got Jay Morant. He fits in with your squad.
No, we're not Rough Riders.
Yes, y'all are Rough Riders. Even Jimmy Bucket is a Rough Rider. You'll never see him, but you see him cussing out there and saying, "Bring it on, bring it on."
Somebody said that he was a problem child.
Yeah.
What you think?
I don't need all the extra bags. When he leaves the court, he's got a super foul.
So look.
He take around those guns and just 14 guys with him.
Yes. James, let's talk about the last few seconds. I'm telling you, I thought Miami had it. It was over just like you. I could not believe. I couldn't believe that the team, Boston, came up and won right underneath our very nose.
They lost their focus. They lost their focus.
Do you think it was a focus?
Yeah,
what was it?
They was looking for that great one-shotter.
James could tell us.
They lost their focus. James, didn't they lose their focus? They were so busy looking for that last shot to hit, and they looking for the ball game to over. They forgot all about basketball. They didn't block out nobody. Huh? That's right. But see, I was on the phone with you. Let's tell the truth. I was on the phone with you.
And what were you saying, James? And what was Mr. E saying?
He said, "We got it!" Tell him what you said.
It's over with. You all were going to the final. So what did you think in that moment? What were your thoughts? Tell me.
I'm still looking at the screen right now. My mouth open. You just don't make this stuff up right now.
You should have seen how close I was to the TV. I had to see it over again. I just couldn't believe that had happened. In seconds?
But I talked to Pat Riley, Lonzo Mourning, and all of them already confirmed me that you got to have a short-term memory. So
ooh, it was just amazing.
Here's what got me so much. I was on the phone with James Luther, y'all. James Luther Everett, who's an All-American, diehard Miami Heat fan. He talked most and a Green Bay Packer fan. He's got to find a quarterback this year because, his Green Bay Packers are going there. They're going to put their little helmets back on called the cheese head. So he's going to put some cheese heads back on, and he's going. I'm trying to recruit him essentially to be a star. Oh. But here's the thing that got me so much. I was on the phone with them. Hey, did you see that? I hollered so loud, the neighbors turned the porch light on. He said,
everybody knows my uncle right now. If everybody asks them the same question, what is Cowboys?
They're going to win Super Bowl. That's right. That's right.
But James, I have to confess, I wanted you all to play again. I did. So you all losing that game to me was okay. I want to see Boston and Miami Heat play one more time. I know. That's right. What do you think? Tell us about tonight, your prediction. Of course, we know it, but tell us what to expect.
I'm very biased, so I'm still going to roll my Heat. Am I scared? Yes, I am.
Yeah.
But I got my coach told me so some way we're gonna go up there and we're gonna win one. They're not that good at home.
Wow.
Their record, they probably like a 500 under 500 at home. They lost most of the games, probably 4 or home. That was we probably lost maybe 2 games at home. We was undefeated. We lost the last 2 games. They don't get a part at home. But other than that, they not that good at home. So we have a chance. It's a slim chance.
So who when you win, who will you all play?
Denver Nuggets.
That's the Nuggets. Now, what do you think about those two matchups? What do you think about that matchup?
That's going to be very hard because it's so well found.
Ooh.
And they got that big monster in the middle. He's a problem. He's a big problem.
Well, wait a minute.
He's got outside shoot with Jamal Murray that averaged almost 34 points.
That's right.
So, you got to pick your poison. If you go double Jamal Murray, if you double him, then the Joker's going to put up maybe a triple double.
So what do they have to do with Miami? What do you feel like they have to do now?
Me personally, I would let Joker get in and stop the other. You always got the other. Alder, Michael Porter Jr., Cohen Pope, Bruce Brown. You got to stop them. You can't let them boys go off for 20, 15 years, 20 years, 30, 40 years. You can't stop them. You got to stop them. You let Joker get in.
I'm pushing the rewind button. They cannot predict anything and go forward in Denver. They cannot do it. I don't understand why Miss Hinton gave you that question and asked you.
You just never know, Mr.
Miss Hinton, let me tell you, if they lose in 2 seconds on the Richter scale,
right.
they lost in 2 seconds. All those folks, all they was there was all they had to do was play defense, block out, but they got excited because they thought they had won the game. But here's the thing.
Ooh, same thing.
20 plus years in the league. 30, 40 points on Golden State board.
Well, Golden State is home. LeBron James is home. Miss Hinton, do you think that the Boston Celtics going to send Miami home?
I'm nervous.
This is history now. This is going to be history tonight, James. You know that?
Okay, now listen to this, Mr. E. I'm going to tell you right now, and any man's game. I'm telling you, either or. Miami got a good chance to win as the Nuggets. I'm sorry, that's how it is.
I'm looking at my crystal. I'm looking at my crystal ball right now.
All right, tell us your prediction.
I'm gonna tell you my prediction. Nephew, this is my nephew, ladies and gentlemen. Nephew, I want you to come and take a seat with me.
So in other words, you want me to go ahead and go to Cancun with y'all?
Go and let's go. Don't make it your plan to go to Denver. Don't do it. Don't do it. And please go ahead and get your crying towel. Go ahead and get all of that ready because you're going home. I talked to your wife, at the wedding the other day, and she said that y'all gonna win. But
you just don't know. But so, Mr. E, okay, say Miami moves to the finals. Who's gonna win between them and
Denver?
How can you be sure? Tell us why. What is it about Denver about their season?
He knows Denver. Denver is a well-rested team now. They've been out for 3, 4, 5, almost a month of rest.
Whoa.
That's right.
But too much rest makes you rusty, right?
Well, no, I'm still thinking that they're practicing but the Joker, when you dealing with the Joker, just like on Batman, just like Batman, just like on Batman, that Batman is full of surprises.
Joey, I can't argue with it.
Full of surprises. That Joker is full, and he gets up and down the court like he's LeBron James. Look, LeBron James and AD. He outran both of them.
Like they say, he can't even jump on the curve right now. That's how he jumps.
That's right. But that's what that movie.
Jump from the ground to the curve. He can't even jump that far.
That's what they said. That's right. That's what they said. White man can't jump. He cannot jump neither. This is the far as he can. This is as far as he can jump. He cannot jump over. He cannot jump over a curve, but he know how to beat Miami. He know how to beat the Lakers. He know how to take them down.
Oh, we shall see.
They know how to beat Golden State too.
I want to ask James about LeBron. LeBron. Do you think LeBron is gonna retire? Did you hear him crying like a baby at the end of that game? That was pitiful.
He's not going nowhere.
He is not going nowhere. If he did not retire doing that the season before, that's when they was really terrible. He is not going to do it now. Oh,
We need more help.
okay.
Where you gonna get help from?
I mean, they did good. They made it to the.
That's
they
right,
did really
that's right.
good. So now they got to push a little harder.
They did better than they did with Westbrook.
Since the end of the trade deadline,
Mm-hmm.
they got the best record in the league.
That's right.
Wow.
And see what they getting ready to do, let 3 people go that they need to keep. They let Reese go on. You think they're going to keep Reese?
Come on, AR? Austin Reese?
Yeah, with the Lakers.
Oh, no, they're keeping him. He's not going nowhere.
But see, you got 3 people, but they're trying to get Kyrie over there.
I don't know why.
Ooh.
I don't know why.
Now I heard you throw
Kyrie-
shade on
Kyrie.
Kyrie. Uh-huh.
Kyrie's good sign for the next 2-3 years with Dallas, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
He's still on the contract. So to keep Kyrie, you're going to have to give up.
Well,
for Austin Reed or something like that to get Kyrie over.
So the Lakers got 3 people that they can give up for Kyrie. You know, leagues are trading right in the middle of the season. You know, look at Westbrook. He didn't go the whole year without being traded.
Yeah, but also as you look at the way the league started to form now, the team, the path where you have to have super teams is starting to be at least now because. Now you don't want to. You maybe want 1 or 2 stars, or maybe 1 good star, but you need role players.
That's right.
Have somebody that
basic basketball.
I don't need 5 people that want to score 30 points, but nobody plays defense.
That's right. Basic basketball. That's what I taught you.
You need the others. That's why I was saying when I was in the first block. You need others.
That's right.
Yes.
All superstars. Everybody want to load their team up with this superstar, that superstar, and that superstar, but you don't have no bench. That will happen to Phoenix.
That's right.
They let go their whole bench just to pick up Kevin Durant.
Absolutely.
They didn't have no bench. Same thing about Dallas. When they picked up Kyrie, they let go their whole bench.
That's right.
Wow.
They came from here from Portsmouth, from Norfolk, Philly Smith. He was a defensive specialist. They let him go to Brooklyn.
Wow.
So I mean, it's like you selling your soul just for superstars, just to bring you the tickets, but you can't win like that no more because those guys can't play every game 35 to 40 minutes. You have to have somebody. They got to get some water in it.
Do you think they need to go back to basic basketball, basic football now? Because, you know, it's a business. All you hear is money, 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 money.
It's never going to go back like that.
That's right.
Now, if you fail catch it, if you fail catch the ball, or if it goes out of bounds, a touchdown, you get the ball at 25 now.
That's right.
Okay, so James,
that's the new rule.
James, we got 1 minute. Talk to your team right now and tell them what to do.
Go, Heat, go.
And tell them not to get warm up in the 4th quarter. They're gonna have to come out pop.
Put up a shut up,
That's what I'm saying. Mr. E, talk about the Celtics. What do you think you're gonna push?
Well, tonight, the Celtics have so much confidence now because they plan on all cylinders.
Ooh.
They won at the
by
they
the
didn't
hand
give
and
up.
chin.
They did not give up with 2 seconds left in the game. They played basketball. We're playing basketball. They playing basketball, and because they playing basketball, I'm going with the Celtics.
Ooh, Mr. James Luther, thank you. You know you got to come back. We got to talk about this game. James, thank you for being on FYI this morning. Oh my goodness. You all come over here for a little bit. We're going to talk a little bit more about sports talk and some of our upcoming shows. Be blessed. Happy Memorial Day.
Through those open doors where I am now. For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to FYI Radio Show with our special guest, James Luther Everett, who is with the Miami Heat. That's his
Number one
squad.
fan.
And he's a number one fan for the Miami Heat. Don't forget the game come on tonight. Tonight, the game come on at 8:30 tonight. Let us know right now. Don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 10 right here on WPCE 1400, WGPL 1350, Peace 95.3, and WMVA 88.9. And for more information about FYI, give us a call at 757-714-7861. That's 757-714-7861.
Yes, sports talk today. I'm telling you, we're down to the wire. Oh my goodness, if you all didn't see the game on was it Saturday? What it was Friday?
Friday, yeah.
It was amazing with Boston Celtics and the Miami Heat. Everybody thought Miami Heat had clinched the game.
That's right.
But at the last second?
At the last 2 seconds
in
the game,
Yolanda.
They only had 4 seconds.
Absolutely.
I mean, the red light went off when the ball was in the air, and it hit the backboard.
Well, see, I don't understand how come they called it as a a point if it was still in the air.
It wasn't in. That means an act.
Was it before the buzzer?
It was before the buzzer.
So that's why
it was in the act of shooting.
Okay.
It was in the air, and it was out of the man's hand, and it was in the air doing like this.
It was just amazing. You just wouldn't have thought a team could win in seconds in a game.
I was on the phone with James Luther.
The
phone.
Well, now, I need you to tell us at those seconds. He was raving before then. What was said when he discovered that they had lost?
He said,
"Oh,
you could hear a cricket crow."
Oh my goodness!
You could hear his mouth. I could just see his mouth hit the floor.
He couldn't believe it.
He was outside. He got a man cave outside, and when there was 2 seconds left in the game, he was hollering and screaming. And people he was telling me that the neighbors where he lived at was cutting their porch light on, because they thought something was going on.
Oh my goodness!
And he said, but then, after the 2 seconds went by, the late came. He said he had to pick his mouth up. His wife had to come outside and help him pick his mouth up and drag his mouth back in the house.
Mr. E, I was this close with the replays because I could not believe it. It was like, now, no, not at the last 2 seconds, which was fine. I'm following both those teams, but it was like, I just couldn't believe it. I had to see it again and again.
Ronnie, Jonah, thank you so much for tuning in, and the rest of you all. Tell us what you think about the game. What you think about how the game went. Miss Yolanda Tillett, thank you for joining us on FYI Radio Show. Tell us what you thought. Just type it in about that game and who's going to win tonight.
All right. We want to say hello again to James Overton, Sheila Robbins, Sheila Davis. Good morning. Edwina Wilson. Good morning. Jakina. Denise, how are you all? Valerie Watson, how are you, young lady? It's good to see you all up here. Yes, we had a wonderful time on Sports Talk, but tonight is the night. Oh my goodness, you all are going to have to watch it. Mr. E, what time does it come on?
8:30 tonight, either on 66 TNT or it's on regular 12 ESPN.
ESPN. Oh, you all got to watch it. We're going to come back and talk about this game. It's leading to the final game, and Mr. E already made his prediction.
I made my prediction.
You say it's going to be Boston and the Nuggets.
The Boston and the Denver Nuggets going to be in the playoffs.
So that's the odds continue to flip flop. It says, but the Celtics and the Nuggets are going to be in the NBA championship. This is what the streets are talking about.
They said the Celtics and that's what they're saying.
This is what they're saying.
They predicted that the Celtics and the Nuggets. They said they gave the Celtics a plus on that.
I just hope if Miami wants to win, that they'll come out and don't wait. You can't wait now. This is the last game. You got to give it all. You got to give all the steam. You can't come out there. And let me tell you something else that I do not appreciate about any of the teams, because I watch it. Look, they get sloppy. Sometimes they get so sloppy at the end. And what I mean by sloppy, they're trying to get the ball in, but they're not focusing on getting the ball in. They like their head turned, they're trying to flip it under, do all kind of tricks. You got to not just be strategic, but you got to watch what you're doing. Some of them try to do too many fancy tricks, and it is not time for that.
Miss Hinton, it's a concentration game. And you're right, and you're right. Play basketball.
Yeah, stop
play
the
what
tricks.
you know. But here's what
Closing
they do.
your eyes and throwing the ball up, it don't work.
Here's what happens to Miami. Miami has a tendency of getting down in the bucket. Getting down,
yes.
And the bucket is jammed up.
Yes.
The bucket is so jammed up that they cannot do what they want to do. It ain't like Tatum came down and the bucket underneath for Miami was like this. A truck driver can drive a truck through there because they did not pack under the bucket. But what Boston is doing is packing under the bucket, and they got good runners that's out front. See, if you know anything about basketball, Miami is playing, Boston is playing a 3-2, basic basketball, a 2-3, where they got two guards up top and three in the bucket, underneath the bucket. And it's hard to get anybody underneath the bucket. And then they go from a 2-1-2. Yes. They got two forwards in the back, a center, and two guards up front. They're playing basketball. That's basic basketball. They're not playing run and gun. If Miami would come back out and start playing basic basketball, they would win the game. If the Lakers had played basic basketball, they would have won the game. If Golden State Warriors had not had all that controversies on that squad, they would have won the game. Why? Because they play basic basketball. Absolutely. Kevin Durant would be still where he was at. James Harden will still be able to play with the Knicks if they go back to playing basic basketball. Kyrie wouldn't have never left Brooklyn if they played basic basketball.
You cannot, when they're under the bucket, Mr. E, you have to be strategic because it is tight.
That's right.
But when you have the ball and you know it's tight, and you're so busy trying to tunnel through the tightness and then throw the ball, it just don't work. You got too many people that can block you. You got to be strategic. You got to depend on your other team members to kind of like get the ball in a space where you're not going to be blocked that easy, even though the bucket is tight. It is just amazing sometimes to see them trying to get through the bucket and know they can't get through that bucket and shoot like you got some sense.
They try to be like vertebrates.
It's just crazy.
What do you call those animals with no backbone, with no bones in them? They trying to razzle and dazzle, and their spine cords getting all out of whack.
And no, they can't.
And no, you can't make it between 2-3 big men.
And you throwing the ball anyway, not looking. You got to see, and I see that with a lot of these teams. It's like y'all got to stop that foolishness. That's where you lose points a lot of the times because you're so busy trying to get through, not being strategic, getting through the bucket. You're so busy just want to score, and you got your eyes closed, throwing the ball up and saying wherever it goes, hopefully it'll make it. You don't want to hopefully nothing. You want to make it.
The great players that could get to that bucket like that was Michael Jordan.
All right.
And you had Kobe Bryant.
Yes.
They could always razzle dazzle and get through that.
Yes.
But they had to pay the price. They had to, after the game, they had to go sit in that ice because they had to bring their bodies back around.
Oh my God.
When you playing that underneath the AI, Iverson was another one that could really play that ball.
Yeah.
See, when the bucket is closed, when the bucket is closed, when the door is closed, you can't go in there shifting and shimmying and trying to get in there. You got to come up with another way to bring them out from under the bucket until you get a shot in the bucket. Here's what Boston did to them. Smart got off on the outside. Brown got off on the outside. That means you had to bring the defense out front. And when they brought the defense out, that means that those who played underneath the bucket can get the shot underneath the bucket because it was not congested. The tunnel was not clogged up. So in the two times, the outside game is working. 3-pointers hit.
Yeah, absolutely.
3-pointers are hit. That means that we cannot sit there and have 3-pointers being shot, and because threes add up real quick.
They do.
You know, you hit 10 3-pointers, that's 30 points right there.
Truth.
And so when you look at those 3-pointers being fired up, 3-pointers. So you got to put somebody on the outside to contain them folks from stopping them folks from making 3-pointers. So when they bring them folks outside, now that leaves the bucket open in the middle. That means Tatum can go in the middle. That means go in the middle and slam dunk and lay up and do whatever they want to do because the bucket is open.
Boston went to they had a timeout, and the coach was saying you got to have patience, you got to do this and this. They went right out there and did the opposite of what he was saying. But fortunately, though, they did come through and they won that game. That was amazing.
And they played it all the way down. The game ain't over until the last second says 0.
Absolutely.
The game is not open. Boston kept their focus. They kept right on playing till the final second. Here's the thing that they did not do. On defense, you must block out your men. You must block them out. They let that brother come all the way to the bucket. Nobody blocked him out. Nobody stood in his way. He had no obstacles to go around. He had a straight shot to the bucket to do the rebound. And when he got there and he did to do the rebound, all he had to do was get up in the air and put it back up in the air.
Now, James Bucket, Butler. I know his name is Butler, but the look on his face, Mr. E, he felt like that was it. We got it.
That's right. Everybody was like that.
He was like, yeah, one more. Woo! You know, Miami Heat just crawled right away. And those last two, they just couldn't believe it. They just crawled right away. It was unbelievable. So tonight, let's see what happens. Let's see how they play. What you call it now, Boston? You can't get sloppy.
That's right.
You better come on out because Miami Heat, they want to win this game.
They want to win. Now it's 3-3. Here's the thing that's going to make history. They said no team has ever came back and beat after being behind 3-0. Now look at this. Let's look at this. Let's look at the strategy up here. The team, Miami, was 3-0.
Yes.
All they need was one game and it was over.
Oh, wow.
Then it became 3-1.
Yes.
All they needed was one game and it was over. Now it became 3-2.
Yes.
All they needed was one game and it'd be over.
Yes.
Now it's 3-3. Now they need one game. Each one of them needs one game and it'll be over.
But Miss D, that's why I say it's any man's game. If you had Miami Heat and they were winning the first 3 games, they have the potential to win now.
That's right.
They have the potential to actually win this game. So
they should have shut it out.
Boston, I know they should have.
They should have got the broom. I told them to get the broom that they use on the Lakers. Go to the Denver Broncos, get Denver Nuggets, and say, let us borrow the broom.
I just don't want to count any of them out. It's any man's game. Boston could win, but the Heat can win too. I'm telling you, you talking about 3 games ahead at first. They have the potential of beating Boston.
That's right. They do have the potential. I'm not taking anything away from none of them. It's a good ball game. But see, when I look at Miami, I look at the old schoolers of Miami. I look at the Larry Bird, the Parrish. I look at the Allen, McHale. I look at all those old school players that played then. Yes. And I look at the finesse that they use. They use defense. I looked at how they play basic defense, Larry Bird, so that Larry Bird can get that shot off. I looked at that. Then I turned around, and when I looked at that, and I looked at how Miami is new kids on the block. Even though they won a ring with LeBron James.
Yeah.
You know, but they're new kids on the block.
Wow.
So I'm looking at tonight, when I'm looking at Boston, I'm seeing all those old heads to bring Boston back alive. See, Boston Celtics used to be the deal with
That's what
Larry
that's
Bird,
right. They were the
and,
team there.
and against the Lakers. That was a
Yes.
ball game.
Yes.
But right now, they got an opportunity to make it up.
But see, that's why I wanted to follow them, Mr. E, because of the brand. It's just like the Lakers, the brand. We just have, history with these great teams. But the thing about it tonight, I'm gonna be watching. To me, my prediction is any team. I'm trying to tell you,
I
this
like
either
that. I
or
like that. I
could
like that.
win. But the real T is gonna be that final game. It's going to be off the hook. Whoever gets there, it's just going to be absolutely amazing.
And the reason why I chose Boston to win, I just put a little spice of life in it, because I'm joking with my nephew.
Yes.
But any team could win.
Absolutely.
Miami could win. Boston could win. Miami could win. Boston could win. But I'm looking at the stats and how they came back from 3 games down and tied up the game. I'm looking at there was no way the bookies could have made that happen. There was no way nobody else could rig that game to make it happen because one, Boston is playing basketball.
Ooh, it's gonna be good. I hope you all get a chance to look at it. I tell you what, I'm not sure if we have who do we have as a guest on?
On Wednesday we got LeBron Brock coming on with us on Wednesday.
Okay,
yes.
So I don't know. We may have to come on after dark on Tuesday. Because we have look, while it's fresh, we got to talk about this game. We can't wait till next Monday, Mr. E. We're gonna have to pop on and talk about this game tonight. And so we shall see. But in the meantime, thank you all for joining us. Let's see some upcoming shows. Mr. E, what's going on?
That's right.
FYI radio show.
We got some upcoming shows, and we don't want you to miss it. Starting on Wednesday, we got Mr. LeBron Brock will be with us on Wednesday.
Yes.
And then on the next week, that be starting the 5th of June, we got Lionel Sproul.
Absolutely.
Election is right around the corner.
Yes.
So we have to
early
get
voting
ready.
Still going on?
Huh?
Early voting.
Early voting is still going on
in that district.
Yes, ma'am. And then we got other folks. I'm going all the way to July. And then on that Friday night, we got Friday day, we got Dr. Jacqueline Butler will be with us.
Yes.
On that Friday in June, and you don't want to miss that either. Then on Monday, we got the referee, the man that's been looking at all the games, that refereeing the games, that's been calling these games for the NBA.
Absolutely.
Tony Brothers will be with us.
Yes.
And then that Monday night, you don't want to miss Monday night. The ladies will be dialoguing with us on Monday night. And then on that Wednesday, we got Heads Brown with us. That's going to be our special guest, conflict resolution. And then we got Mr. Chris Hinton that's going to be with us on the 14th. So we got great people that's going to be with us. We got Dr. Flemings, Dr. LaConda Flemings, who's a mental health guru.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're going to have Yvonne Frederick. She is an artist. We're going to do some summer fun. She's going to share some of the things with us and some of the camps that she puts on for youth. We're going to just have a good time on location. We're just going to have a great summer and bring you nothing but the best. Look, I don't know about Mr. E, but the challenge is still upon us.
That's
Mr.
right.
E, we got to talk about that on Friday. Our challenge, see where you all are. Have you all challenged yourself for better health?
Did you forget?
Who? Yeah, did they forget? Because I'm stepping up. I'm stepping up.
Yeah.
I've already stepped up. I'm doing outside walking. Of course, I'm in the gym, making sure I get that upper body strength and tone. And I have to definitely make sure that my eating habits are on point. This is the summer, and sometimes we can really, have the cookouts and special events, and we're nibbling on stuff that we don't need to. So we got to make sure we check what we're eating and make sure we are geared toward better health. Also, we're going to challenge those to go to the doctor.
That's
Go to
right.
the doctor, get a physical. Maybe you haven't had one in 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. Just go and just get those basic things looked at, your numbers, and just make sure you stay in health. And just yeah, we're going to definitely do that challenge. Make sure you tune in on Friday so we can talk to you all about health and fitness.
That's right, and that's what it takes, because we have a challenge for you, and we want you and
Yes.
you to really, really be a part of what's going on of good health, because good health is good for you.
Wow, Edwina said me, but I had to hire a personal trainer because I need accountability. See, that's a good thing right there. Because, sometimes we can, say, well, hey, I know I'm supposed to go out there, but today I'll just sit back and lay back. It's a little cloudy outside, or, I don't feel like going to the gym. But when you have someone that you have to get to give an account to, you're going to be up and pop, and you're going to reach your goals. And that's the main thing, you want to reach your goal. You want to be in better health. And so we're going to put a challenge out. Maybe one day we can get out on a Saturday,
Yeah.
Mr. E, and ask our friends to come and join us for a good old walk.
Right, at Mount Trashmore,
Mount Trashmore
up and down
somewhere.
the hill. Because now I'm practicing. I'm practicing now to go up and down the hill, go up and down the
Yeah.
hill, go up and down the hill, and that's gonna help. That's gonna help me to reach what goal I'm trying to reach.
Yes. Wow. So definitely we're going to be doing that. But we want you to continue to tune in and be a part of what we're doing. We don't forget to follow us on social media. We need the numbers for our YouTube channel. You can go to Crystal Records One, CRISTORECORDS1, Crystal Records One. Make sure you subscribe. We need the numbers there. You'll see all the FYI radio shows, content, and much, much more. Also, wow, Mr. E, the ladies' book.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I am so excited because the website is getting ready to be published, but it's not just the ladies' anti-bullying book. It is now the game that is finished. I am so pleased
Congratulations.
to announce that all the Mac devices have approved the new game, anti-bullying game that I've developed. And now we're in the process of the Android, Google Android. They are now making sure that everything is done, every T crossed, every I dotted. It is just going to be a marvelous game. I've been playing it. Look, Mr. E is not for the faint of heart now, but I tell you what, it is a fabulous game. It looks good. It sounds good. And it is a wonderful game for youth and for older adults as well. So that's coming out. The website will be launched soon, and you'll be able to get that on Google. You get on Apple, and on the website you'll get the new anti-bullying game. Developed and created by me and my team. I'm very excited about it. The Ladies Pie, which will be the Royal Ladies Pie, will be launching near the fall. Yeah, I tell you what, we could talk about crossing T's and dotting I's. We have definitely been working with the Department of Agriculture, making sure we got everything licensed and everything to make sure that we can get those pies out anywhere and everywhere we want them to go out, even through the web, through mail and everything. I'm just excited about that too, Mr. E.
And I just want to say congratulations, because you're doing an awesome, wonderful job.
Also, the ladies' music, you can get it online, but there's a new single that's going to be out soon. Just watch out for it. And I will share more about that for you. But Mr. E, we would love for you all out there to be a part of what we're doing, being a special guest, a sponsor, an intern. Mr. E, tell them how important it is for them to be a part of this.
Listen, if you want to be a part of a FYI radio show, be in our panel, be on our panel listing, just inbox us at Edward Everett's Facebook page, or Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton Facebook page, or email us at FYI Radio Show gmail.com. Leave your information there, your email, so that we can contact you back
Yes.
and let you know that this is your turn to be a part of our panel discussion. What great discussions that we have going your way this week we got ladies discussion. What we'll talk about, talk to a group of ladies, and they will ask them the question, what do women want?
And
What do
what do
ladies
they
want?
need?
And what do they need? So, I mean, we can dialogue in it, we can talk about it, and that will help men to know and to help everybody know what does ladies need. All you have
Yes.
to do is inbox us with your email, and and say, listen, I sure like to be a part of that group discussion. I
Yes.
sure
That's
like
June
to
the
be
12th.
a part of that a part of that discussion. That's June the 12th. Email us. We got great women that's going to be a part of
Yes.
it. And guess what? You too can be a part of it also. That's on a
Yes.
Monday afternoon, and it
Mhm.
starts at 6 o'clock p.m. Clear your calendars, inboxes, and let us know. Or you can call us at 757-714-7861.
Yes, you can ask questions to our panel. You can send us questions ahead of time. You can join in into to be a part of our audience. Or ladies that want to be a part of the discussion can definitely inbox me and say yes, include me in. You need a good email address. You also need a good computer
That's right. That's
and
right.
great lighting
That's right.
to be a part of it, so everything can look good and sound good. And we look forward to that dialogue. We've just had the men to come on, and we're going to have them back hopefully in the future. But in the meantime, we have our ladies next, and then we have men and women together with the discussion. If you have, your mate, your husband, if you all want to join in as man and wife in the discussion when we do our male and female panel, please just drop it in there. Just let us know. Let us know in the chat or DM us and let us know. Or go to FYI radio show live at gmail.com and let us know, yes, I want to be a part of what you all are doing.
And you wouldn't regret it, because you'd be knowing about your mate, you'd be knowing about women, you'd be knowing about men, you would knowing how to dialogue and what's going on in the minds and in the heads of each individual. You would be knowing, what is that really and what she's want to say, is that being honest? So folk would know exactly how they can oppose you. Where you look, what not your location, but where your head is, where your status is. If you no longer into this person or into that person, let us know. It's after dark. It's after dark. It gets deep.
Yes. Yeah, we want to go deep. We
Yeah.
talk about relationships. We talk about money and in relationships. We talk about all kind of things. So make sure you all join us for those shows. June the 12th is that show for the ladies, and then we're going to schedule for the men and women.
Yeah.
And also some other things. Also, we're going to do speak up and speak out.
Speak
some of the
up,
social
yeah.
issues and things in politics and things like that. We need to hear your voice, what you have to say about your community and what's going on.
Just like, for example, here's an example for you. This morning I was listening to a group of people talking about the LGBTs, and they was talking about, do the LGBTs need special license plate, so that special license identification, so that they can recognize that your name used to be and your name is this now. In other words, changing your identification. And on your license, they say in identification, they will have a picture of you before and now a picture of you after.
Well, I don't know if they can do that. I don't know
But
if they're
that's on the table
overstepping
now.
people's civil rights, but there are a lot of laws that's affecting trans people and the LGBTQ, but we'll talk about that more too. We're going to be, those are sensitive subjects that people are definitely talking about, and it's in the media, it's everywhere on social media, and also about the abortion issue and things like that. We will cover those stories.
That's
and
right.
Those
Do they have
conversations.
rights? Yeah.
So we'll be doing Speak Up and Speak Out, and you all can be a part of that as well. Look, the Young Women Achieving Success program is coming down to the wire now. On Wednesday, we'll, even though we're still recruiting, we're doing outside activities. We just had our wonderful the conference we were involved in. Now we're going to be doing movie night. Edwina or any of the young ladies out there, now's the time to sign up those girls. They can be 9. Look, they sneaking in at 9, so I might as well say 9 to 17. But we want you all to make sure your girls are signed up for September. We're going to be doing some outside activities. Our last outside activity, I believe, is going to be June the 28th. But we need you all to sign those girls up now so we can have a good group in September when we come back. So look, you all be blessed. You all are such a wonderful blessing joining us today on Memorial Day. Again, we give tribute and honor to those that served and died and, didn't mind being, in the military for their country. Right. It is just a privilege and an honor to know that people wanted to really, really put their all in for those that they know and love and care for. So we'll see you soon on Wednesday. Actually, we're not going to be on tonight. We're taking a break tonight to enjoy Memorial Day. So anyway, we'll talk with you all on Wednesday. Mr. E, tell them how they can be a special guest sponsor and intern with FYI Radio.
If you'd like to be a special guest sponsor or intern with FYI, all you have to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861 or inbox us at Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda the Lady Hinton Facebook page, or FYI Facebook page, or you can email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com. Again, that's FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com. Don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 till 10 on WPCE 1400, WGPL 1350, Peace 95.3 FM, and the new WMVA 88.9 FM. That's right. We're on 4 radio stations and plus all the social media. Don't forget to go to Crystal Records 1. Like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. That's Crystal Records 1. Like, subscribe, and share. And Miss Hinton will give you more. Hey, don't forget to have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend, Memorial Day week. And don't forget to tune into the game tonight, okay?
Absolutely. Crystal Records 1 on YouTube. Go ahead and follow and subscribe. You can go to www.crystalrecords.com. You can see us up there. You can see the music. You can buy the book. Bullying is right underneath your nose. It's in English. It's in Spanish. It's Audible. You can get it in Audible. And you can get it ebook, all kind of things. So look. Have a wonderful Memorial Day. We'll see you back here on Wednesday. Be blessed. Thank you all so much for joining us.
2 up, 2 down. VA.